And once again, we are back for another episode of 12 Minutes of Nonsense. How y'all doing? I'm Nathan, and everything that you are about to hear is straight up nonsense, y'all. It don't mean a damn thing. First of all, I gotta talk about this. I was talking to my girlfriend, and she said that when she was growing up, they never played the game The Floor is Lava. Like she didn't even know that that was a game. I felt like that's one of the games that I feel like that game transcends nationality and race and gender and movement abilities of limbs, everything. Everybody's played The Floor is Lava. If you didn't play The Floor is Lava in your home, then your parents are shit, okay? That's just what that is. You have shit ass parents is what you had, okay? And here's the thing. I know that there's some people out there who had some shit ass parents. Matter of fact, I know this so much that like it's crazy when you get older and you start realizing how many of your friends had like shit ass parents. Like you ever been talking to somebody and then they trauma just like surprise you in the conversation? Like I remember I was talking to the homie and we was talking about how, getting spanked. And my mom stopped spanking me when I was like 6 or 7. She's a therapist and it wasn't really working. And, she, read some science and she decided to stop doing it. Um, but I had a lot of friends who, they was still getting their ass whooped. And I remember when I was like in college talking, we was all having a conversation. We was playing Edward 40 Hands or something like that. And one of the dudes was like, "Yeah, man, my mom used to hit me with the coat hanger," and we was all like, "God damn, dude, that's fucked up," But everybody's heard that before. And then another dude was like, "Yo, yeah, man, my mom one time hit me with the refrigerator," and like nobody heard, like we didn't get it at first, and then we was like, "What you mean by hit you with the refrigerator? Like the door?" And he was like, "Nah, I remember I did something wrong, and she tipped the refrigerator over on me," and like he was laughing, like he was out there kikiing and laughing about that shit, and we was looking at each other like, "Nigga, that's attempted murder." Like that. I want to make it clear to some people, like that's not beating. That's not discipline. That is your parents hated your like that's you don't tip a refrigerator over on a child that you like is what I'm trying to say. Like she did not like you. So if you got hit with something as a kid that is, you know, something that would be illegal to hit somebody with today, then your parents was raggedy, okay? And they weren't trying to teach you a lesson. They were trying to accidentally kill you. Is I think what they were doing. You can't hit no 6-year old with no frying pan and then be mad when he don't know math in 10th grade. That you did that, bitch. You did that. Okay? You can, and I know there's always gonna be somebody who's like, oh man, but you gotta hit somebody. That's the only way they would learn. First of all, there's so many schools that you can learn from. Like you don't have to even do that, dog. Like, and people have this idea that like, oh, if you hit them, that's gonna teach somebody. Like nobody goes to jail repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, come on, dog. Come on, bruh. I think that some people just need to really, come to grips with the fact that their parents hated their guts. And that's what it is. Some people had shitty parents, and some kids were worth hating. Okay, I was an asshole kid. I should have been hated by way more adult. Well, I mean, I was hated. They threw a lot of rocks at me, but still, my mama didn't. You know what I mean? Like I remember one time a teacher called me a half a niglet in the middle of class. Now that I'm thinking about it, I hope that teacher dead. Really, I really do hope that motherfucker is dead. Yeah, fuck that teacher, old bitch ass motherfucker. I remember one time, I actually okay, so I was in anger management, and there was this dude. I think his name was Dan, But he had a he had this anger management camp that he would like that kids would go to and stuff, and I had to go to it. Like it was court mandated, but still, he was cool. He had his big house, and he had like horses, and he had like dirt bikes, and he had a plane, and he would take us up in the plane and stuff like that, and it was really cool. We got a lot of personal time with him. You got to go ride the horses, and I had a fun time. It was the first time that I've ever got to fly a plane. He let me fly it. And I know some people will be like, Nate, man, you can't see though. Yeah, but what the fuck I'm gonna hit? You know what I mean? Like what am I gonna fucking hit? The air? Shut up. Okay, so anyway, but he let me fly the plane, and that was dope. Um, uh, but I remember I had a great time out there. It was where I learned how to ride a motorcycle. It was where I learned, not learned, but it's where I got to ride horses, which was really fun. And then a couple years ago, I went home and I found out my mama had told me, and I found out that apparently he was molesting kids out there at his house, at his camp and shit. And I was like, yo, that's fucked up. But at the same time, like, why not me? You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not. Look, I'm not saying that I wanted to be diddled, but like, my self esteem was already so low that like, damn, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I'm not even molestable. That's fucked up. Like, I'm not saying I want that. I don't want that. But like, I don't want to go to the party, but it's nice to be invited sometimes. But I don't know, man. It would have just been nice to be included in that situation. But even kid diddling is out of the question when you albino, which is, I guess that's good. I guess that's a positive. Look on the bright side or something. Also, this is kind of unrelated, but every time I tell somebody that I snore, which I do, I snore really loudly, so loudly, in fact, that my stepdaughter told me the other day that I sounded like what did she say? She said I sounded like an elephant, and then she made a perfect elephant sound, like she had practiced that shit before, and disrespect. But also, I can't stand telling people that I snore because anytime you tell people, here's the thing, here's what I would say. My girlfriend and her daughter are fantastic because my snoring doesn't they've never tried to smother me with a pillow, but like the fact that I snore has kept me honest. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I snore has kept me out of jail because I've been around too many people who have just straight up told me how they would like to murder me because I snore, which is a crazy thing to say to somebody. You know what I mean? Like me snoring is because I got sleep apnea. I am trying to die 300 times a night. And your solution is to tell me that you want to kill me too. Motherfucker, what you think I was trying to do? It's like, man, that's great. That's overkill is what it is. It's overkill. It is disrespectful. But like, I hate telling people like I snore because they always look when you snore around somebody that's trying to sleep, they look at you like you've come into their house and shit on their kitchen table is what they look at you like you doing it on purpose. And I don't think that that's fair. I'm not doing this on purpose. I would love, does it look like this? Like you can hear the sounds that I'm giving off. Does it sound like I'm getting the soundest of sleeps? Okay. No, that's why I don't be sleeping with. I'll be sleeping. I'll stay up. That's why I can't go to jail, y'all. That's why I can't go to jail. I snore too loud. Somebody gonna stab or fuck me in my sleep, and I'm not down for now one of them bitches. So, you know what I mean? I just gotta be out here just obeying the law. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to sometimes. Sometimes I do want to steal. It look fun as hell. Just stealing shit. Oh, that shit look fun. The movies make stealing look fun. I would love to shoplift, but I can't be shoplifting, y'all. I can't be shoplifting because basically I don't have very good vision. So I don't want to shoplift something with the camera looking at me and me not see the camera. Like I don't want to shoplift something where somebody is looking at me. Like there's the cop looking at me down the aisle. Like he nodding his head like, don't even fucking do it, dog. Don't steal that shit. But he don't know that I can't see him. He just think that I can see him. So it seemed to him like I'm just baller as fuck. But really in my head, I didn't even see him there. So they just looking at me like this motherfucker really gonna act like I'm not even here. And so I never even had a chance to get away with the shoplift, but no one knew. Everybody knew that except me, and I don't want that. You know what I mean? I don't want that to happen. Rob a bank, I might do that, but like I'm not gonna shoplift. Like all they gotta say is the albino weird looking motherfucker in the store. You know what I mean? And then they gonna know it was me. I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Like, so nah. Like I don't have the vision to hurry up and find the exit. You know what I mean? Like I gotta follow somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why if it's a fire, I'm following somebody. Like I'm following somebody. So if I'm following you, you better be going to the exit. Cause like don't be fadangling around there and just fucking get us both burnt the fuck up. Cause I'm gonna be mad as hell, bitch. Your 2020 vision better come in the fuck handy, or we gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? All that 2020 ass vision y'all got. And don't be using it for a damn, do you? Everything made for y'all, but y'all don't be using that 2020 for shit. Okay? Y'all don't use it for shit. Matter of fact, people be out here wearing glasses, don't even need glasses. That's like blackface for blind people. Okay? That's what that is. All right? Don't do that. And the only reason you doing it and don't nobody call you on it is because the motherfuckers who would call you on it can't see that you doing it. Disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, so don't do that. Mad disrespect. Blind people blackface in these streets. Catastrophic. You know, also, if an alien came to Earth and he asked me what the nastiest place on a human body is, I would have to say a man butt. I think that's the most disgusting place on the human body. Or like, yeah, I think a man butt. Yeah. Like because I'm talking about the average. I mean, I could find a more disgusting place. You know what I mean? Like Biggie Smalls back fat creases. Like I feel like that would be more nasty than the average man butt. DMX's breath. Like he don't look like, you know what I'm saying? Like no disrespect to D, but he don't. I bet that shit hot. You know what I'm saying? But like no, I think on average, the average man butt probably the most disgusting thing in the on the human body. Maybe fat dude belly buttons. It be some shit up in there. It do be some shit up in the fat dude belly buttons. It do be some stuff up in, uncircumcised foreskin. There's some nasty shit up in there too. I know I don't have one, but I know my friends one time, he be finding stuff in there. He be finding stuff in there, which, is weird to me. Cause like, how would you not know that it's in there? Don't it feel lumpy? That shit don't feel lumpy to nobody? Just, like a random nickel in your foreskin? You don't feel that shit? That's crazy. I feel like I would feel it. I feel like I would feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's crazy. But I mean, women, I guess, I don't know, women can walk around with tampons in, so I guess, that's, and I know they feel them. You have to feel that. Just leaking and shit. Oh, that's crazy. And then they just be at work. Good for y'all, ladies, because I couldn't do that. Anytime that if my booty leaking, I'm not going to work today. Nah, I'm not going. I mean, I might even tell you, look, I can't go. My booty is leaking, dog. Why don't they have tampons for diuretic booty leakage? I feel like they should have those. Or is that just a butt plug? No, they could have that. Let the air out, but not the moisture. You know what I mean? They got that for kids, diapers and stuff. Or is that just a diaper? But no, specifically for you when you got the booty leakage. Like what if you got to go to work and you got food poisoning? You gonna be leaking. But there needs to be a tampon for your booty. But you know what? I don't think they should have those because men we gonna forget that they're in there, and then we're gonna try and take a shit, and I don't even know what would happen. If you tried to push that out. I mean, you got a cork in your ass, mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some people got hairy asses and it's going to get tangled. I feel like it would cause more problems than it solves, honestly. So maybe no booty leakage tampons. Maybe not for those. So yeah, that's about all I got for today. That's my 12 minutes of nonsense. I hope that everybody has had a nonsensical good time listening to this, and keep listening because I'm gonna keep putting these bitches up out there. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm trying to raise money to get Halloween costumes and go to Not Scary Farm with the kid. So any donates is always appreciated, but never feel like you got to. Yeah, I appreciate the hell out to all y'all, and I'll holler at y'all next time. This is Nathan Hurd, 12 Minutes of Nonsense. Follow me on everything. Holla.